The honeybee, or Apis mellifera, is responsible for the production of beeswax and honey, and also plays a vital role in the pollination of plants and flowers. Although they are tiny insects, these bees are fascinating and capable of larger-than-life cognitive abilities. With a brain only the size of a single sesame seed at 1 cubic millimeter, honeybees are characterized by having larger brains than expected for their body size. Their brains contain roughly 1 million neurons and are associated with enhanced cognitive abilities and a sophisticated sensory system, which gives them great sight and smell abilities. Honeybees are able to make complicated calculations of distances for different locations and can remember various colors and landmarks with ease. Their brains are able to figure out 10 trillion computations a second, which is 625 times greater than what advanced computers are able to do. In studying these creatures of incredible cognitive ability, Carl von Frisch demonstrated that the honeybee was only the second non-human organism to possess color vision. Their visual spectrum includes ultraviolet, blue, and green photoreceptors. This UV sensitivity is useful for bees because it allows them to detect flowers that reflect UV, identifying the nectar on the flowers. They are also shown to be able to detect camouflage patterns and distinguish between them. Honeybees are also capable of complex associative recall, where colors can trigger the recall of patterns and scents can trigger the recall of colors. This is especially important because they are required to remember a number of different patterns and their properties, such as the shape of their nest or hive, shapes representing nectar-bearing flowers, and shapes of important landmarks used in navigation. When honeybee foragers find a profitable flower patch away from the hive, they return to communicate these findings to their hive mates using a sophisticated dance called the waggle dance. During the waggle dance, the bees describe the direction of the patch in relation to the sun with the angle of the waggle, while also communicating how far away the patch is from the hive with the duration of the waggle. The longer the waggle, the further away the patch is. Somehow, all of the hive mates watching the dance are able to immediately figure out where a patch 40 degrees left of the sun and 12 waggle seconds away is. Meanwhile, I still can't find places while using my GPS on my phone.
Right. No, look. It means go up to the right, bear right, over the bridge, and hook up with 307.
Make a right
Maybe it's a shortcut, Dwight. It said go to the right.
It can't mean that. There's a lake there.
I think it knows where it is going.
This is the
machine knows.
This is the lake.
Stop yelling at me.
No, it's
Stop
up
yelling.
there. There's no road here.
A study conducted by Kevin Abbott and Reuven Dukas revealed honeybees were able to consider another factor besides flower profitability when performing their waggle dances. That is, the risk of predation. They found that bees visiting flower patches with other dead bees around it performed less enthusiastic and shorter waggle dances, and even occasionally didn't dance at all.
Hell no, no, to the no, no, hell to the no, no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, no.
This provides evidence that honeybees are able to warn their hive mates not to visit places that show signs of danger with their various waggle dance behaviors. Another prime example of the honeybee's impressive cognitive ability comes from their ability to construct hives while considering a multitude of different factors. One study observed this form of spatial planning behavior by placing a glass screen between expanding comb construction and the target wall for the end of the honeycomb. The bees in this experiment altered their construction to account for the new glass wall, suggesting that they are constantly considering many different spatial features that will benefit their comb construction in the best possible way. Another study tested the cognitive aspects of planning the comb construction by using glass for various sides of the hive wall to observe how the bees initiated the construction process. The bees rejected the glass walls as starting points for comb construction because of its slippery texture, and instead inverted the building process in order to cope with the changing environments. In an even cooler study, a group of bees traveled on board the Space Challenger and spent a week in zero gravity. They learned how to fly in these conditions and eventually began honeycomb construction, where they built almost identical combs to those found in more natural environments on Earth, suggesting impressive cognitive flexibility in terms of honeycomb building. There's no doubt honeybees are cognitively the most superior animal in this competition. Now it's simply a matter of waggle dancing our way into the next round.